Hey everyone, this is Heather, and this is going to be a quick video on how to use our crypto breakout signals. So with the boom in crypto markets and with how different cryptocurrencies are doing and with how many new people are coming into the crypto world, we wanted to improve our product on the crypto side. So we added a bunch of bots to our Discord premium bots, and we also added a bunch of stuff on our product and platform as well. So in the last 2 or 3 weeks, we have been seeing really excellent results from our crypto boards, from our crypto tools, and I just wanted to sort of go over one of these tools called one of these boards called crypto breakouts bot, and I wanted to show you how to use the breakouts that are given here, and just wanted to provide some value even if you're not following this bot, just how to find breakouts on crypto charts and how to play them. So there are two purposes in this video. First, I want to sort of introduce this crypto breakouts board, but I also want to provide you some information on how you can manually look for these breakouts instead of relying on our algorithm, because our algorithm runs 24 hours a day and it just makes your job easier. But you can also find these breakouts by doing some manual analysis. So let's see how we can do that. So we are going to start with some signals from the tool, and then when we are discussing those signals, I'll also discuss how you could have found those signals manually. So let's start with this YFIII signal. This was posted 2 days ago, so today is May 12th, and this did really well, which is why we are starting with this one, and the setup was just perfect. So let's say we have this symbol, then we have a resistance crossed heading, and then we have the relative intraday volume, and we know that this was a breakout on 8-hour chart. This was a breakout on 8-hour chart. So there are three things here. One, we know the symbol, then we have the resistance crossed. So our algorithm for this bot is based on support and resistance lines. So we have a proprietary algorithm that draws the best possible support and resistance lines on the chart, and whenever those lines are broken with some heavy volume, that's called a breakout. Right now we are only looking for the upward breakouts. We are going to soon add sort of downward breakouts as well, where the position would be bearish. But since I think most people want to buy cryptocurrency and not short it, we sort of started with this upward one, where we only give you bullish positions or long positions. So we have this, and this is telling us that there was a resistance level at 53k that the price just broke. So there might be a potential breakout here, and you might want to go in. And then the relative intraday volume on the 8-hour chart was about 3. So anything above 2.5 is really good. The higher the better. So let's go to the chart to see what happened. So YFI. So this was May 10th. So this is May 10th. Let's open up the 8-hour chart and let's go to the 53k level. So this, I believe, yes, so this is the 53k level. Right here, about here is the 53k level. Now you can see that we broke out of here, and this is where the signal was posted. And then let's say you bought at 55k instead of at 53k. Let's say you were not home and it took you some time to look at that signal, and then you bought in when the price was at, let's say, 55k. Right now the price is at about 79k. So that's about 25k profits in just a matter of 2 days, and that's not normal. You don't get those kinds of profits in stocks. You get those in options because there is leverage involved, but crypto is doing so good these days that there are all these breakouts happening, and you can get tons of profits based on just these simple breakouts. And the risk is actually quite low as well, because when you break out, if the breakout fails and you just go below the resistance level, then you just exit. You don't wait for another breakout, because there is an exact entry and there is an exact exit. The entry is on the breakout. The exit or the stop loss is if the breakout fails. So always keep that in mind. So we can see that okay, we broke out of here, and let's say we had like 20 or 30% profits. In this case, again, the bot caught it, so there's nothing to discuss there. But a really important point that I want to discuss here is this consolidation area. So whenever you see breakouts where there is some consolidation first, so we have this resistance line, let's say we touched it, we went down immediately, then we touched it, but instead of going down, we start to consolidate right below the resistance line. These are the most powerful setups, because when you're consolidating, you are not going down. And let's say this breakout failed, we would have an exit somewhere around here, and you can see that this anchored VWAP line. If you don't know what anchored VWAP is, let's consider it some kind of moving average line. It's not that, but for simplicity, let's consider that as a dynamic support, where you can see that the price always goes down, touches this, it goes down here, touches this, but it always it always acts as a support. So if the price closed below this, then that would have been our stop loss. But the important thing is we were continuously consolidating here, and then we broke out. So when you have this consolidation and then you break out, those breakouts are really powerful. So please keep that in mind, because whenever you see these kinds of breakouts in stocks or in crypto, they are really good and you should always enter in on them. If let's say if we had a resistance level here, let's say, and you can see we went up, we just crossed the resistance level and we went up again. So there is no consolidation here. So that would have been an okay setup, but it would not have been as good as the one that we had here, because we had some consolidation before we broke out. So this was YFI, again about 20 to 30% profits in 2 days. Then we have a YFII signal as well, and the relative volume was actually slightly higher here. So let's see what happened there. And these are, I believe, two different cryptos. Maybe they're the same, I do not know, but we can see that it was at 2568. The price right now is 3154. So even without any analysis or without doing anything, just following the bot, you would have made about $600 profits based on that signal. But we always want to understand what's going on. So we can see that we are right on a resistance level here. Okay, this is a resistance level, and this is a resistance level as well. So this is where the signal was posted. So this is actually, you can see that 3k 2k somewhere right in the middle of it. You can, at this you can see that the low was 23. Somewhere in the middle of this was the resistance level. As we can see, we went up, we couldn't go above this resistance level, then we went down. But again, look at what we did. We started to consolidate instead of going down a lot, and that's what we always want. We want some consolidation before the breakout, and you can see the breakout happened. You would have entered at this candle, and in just 2 or 3 days this actually went to a high of 3700. Let's say you got your entry at 2700, those would be like $1000 profits in just 2 days, and that's by just adding, let's say, $2500, and then you're getting $1000 profits out of that. So that's not normal. It's just that the market is really good, and breakouts is a really good way to maximize your reward and minimize your risk. So here we can see that we might have our stop loss below this point. Let's say this would be one stop loss, but this is far from this level, so we might want to have a stop loss here, because you see this consolidation also forms a support level, which is why we always want consolidations, because these consolidations also form a very tight stop loss level, which is the support level that they're forming. So you would have your exit right here, somewhere below this, somewhere maybe here. Alright, so this was another signal. Let's see if we can go through some other signal. I want to have some high relative volume, YFIII, so we kept posting it, and you can see that this was posted at about here, and you can see that we did cross this resistance level. But I was talking about always waiting for consolidation. You can see we didn't consolidate here, we just went above this resistance level, and this signal was posted, right? But there was no consolidation here, and what happened the very next day? We came back all the way down, and now when we went above it, this became a support level, but now it has become a resistance level again, because we are actually below it. So always remember that those consolidation periods are really important. Let me quickly show you an example of ETH, because this is a setup that I took. So okay, so Ethereum had a resistance level right here. So you can see that we are not going straight up the candles. Let me actually, okay, so it's not like one big candle and just go straight up. We had some consolidation in these 3 candles, not as much as we would like, but still some consolidation. Then we went up, we broke out here, and now this started to act like a support. But this was not the cool thing. I think the cooler thing was actually this. You can see that this right above this area, now this was not a resistance, there is a resistance line, which is why there is another lesson. When you look at a resistance line, always give it some margin. So always, instead of one line, always draw 2 very close lines with each other. So this is now a resistance region, and regions are sometimes more powerful than single lines. So you can see that we started to consolidate below this region. Here maybe this was a breakout and you entered, and it would have been fine, because we never dipped below this moving average. You can see this light blue line, this is acting as a support here, so you don't exit if you're staying above it, because moving averages act as dynamic supports, and this orange line as well. But the interesting thing is that here it started to consolidate, and now this was the resistance region where we had some consolidation. At this candle, let me zoom it out. at this candle, not this, yes, this candle actually, at this candle was the actual breakout. You can you can't see the volume, but the volume picked up here, and this is where you would have entered. Now you can see that we went up, we went down, but look at the levels that we respected. We never closed, remember the word, we never closed below this resistance region. We went below it, but we have to close below the level or close above the level in order to break that level. So we never broke this level. We had some consolidation here, and then this was also small resistance level. You can see we just crossed it and we have never looked back. So this was, I believe, at about 3k, and now we are sitting at 4249. So about I think this has given us about 100% profits in about I believe 4 or 5 days. Yeah, let's see. No, not 4 or 5 days, about 15 days. So yeah, but this was a really good one. The boards were actually not there when this setup was there, but I just wanted to discuss this because this is going crazy now. Let's see some other signals. YFIII. You have Pearl. No, I want to see some high relative volume, but for the sake of it, let's go through it. You can see it's just not clean. So when these breakouts are happening, you want a clean breakout. And let's see, Pearl was on a 8 hours. So let's see what happened. We had an 8 hour, and you can see that I believe May 2. So this is where I believe it gave you May 11. So this is where this signal came in, 0.13. Yep. And you can see that this orange line, I told you that it's acting as a support, dynamic support, but when it's drawn from the top, from the last top, let's actually anchor the VWAP from 120. Okay, no, not here. Give me a second. This seems okay. So when you, no, I actually just need to do one more. So if you're new and you're not understanding what's happening here, please go to our intro to trading course. It's a mini series where we have a video on technical analysis for just 20 minutes. It discusses what this anchored VWAP line is, how to find support and resistance level using these anchored VWAP lines or using these moving averages as well. So we can see that we broke out. This was the resistance level. This was the resistance level. We broke out, but this breakout failed. Although there was some higher volume, this breakout just failed. So this is an example where not all breakouts are successful, and what you want to do is you want to have a tight stop loss. So we had this consolidation here. You'll just set your stop loss somewhere below this line. So you can see that we have never actually went there. We are still staying above this. So even if you entered here, you wouldn't exit right now. You'd stay in this trade, and let's hope that it breaks out soon. Now the reason it did not break out is because although we broke one resistance level, there was another one right on top of that, and that is another lesson. If you have two resistance levels very close to each other, always wait for the higher one to break as well. Otherwise don't go in. The tool only looks at one level. If any level breaks, it gives you a signal, but you want to take a look at the chart to see if this is a really high probability setup or if this is just a normal setup. All right, more, let's see. EOS, I believe I saw this yesterday, and this worked pretty well as well. So EOS was given at 9.26. The resistance line that was crossed was 9.26. Now it's sitting as 12.5. So again, about $3 profit per coin or per share or whatever you want to call it. Let's analyze it. Let's look at the time. So EOS was 1 hour chart actually. Let's open up the 1 hour chart. And this is very interesting as well, I believe. So let me zoom this. You can see that right now we are sitting on a support level, right? So this was the resistance. We broke out of it, and then right now we are sitting at a support level, and we also have this anchored VWAP support. So right now would be a really good entry, not a breakout entry, just a support entry. So there are other videos in our YouTube channel on how to use supports to buy. This boat is all about breakout, so we won't discuss that in length, but right now you can see two support levels. It's a really good buy. So when we caught this was the resistance level that we broke when the tool actually caught it. So let's see, 9.2 was somewhere not here actually. I believe it was actually here. That is cool. It was actually here, yes. So this candle, you can see that the low is 8.9. So when we were somewhere around the middle of this candle, that's where since this was a support level, once we went below it, it became a resistance level. And when we broke it again here, that's when the signal was posted. So if you had entered here, Then we just talked about waiting until the next level is crossed as well. So you would not have entered here if you had seen the video. You would have waited till the very next level was crossed as well. Or you would have entered right at this line and then exited at this line, because you want to look at the next level as well. So that's one level. The next level was here. So the distance between this level and the next level is actually large, this. So you would have actually entered here, right when we broke this level as well. And the price at that time would be about 10.5. The high was about 14.5, so about $4 profit per coin. And that's again, that's 40% profits in just a matter of few hours. That's great. We don't find that in stocks these days, but this is where you need to just spend 2 or 3 minutes looking at the price action to make sure that you have some additional confluence factors with the signal. So if you had entered here, then this would have been just a really good one. Maybe you exit somewhere around here when you see these red candles, or let's say you exit here when we hit the resistance, and you can see that we didn't really respect this resistance level, we just went above it, but maybe you can exit here. But right now this is a decent setup. Again, you can see that now this has become a support, and we have 2 supports here actually. And whenever there are multiple confluence factors, that is always good. So this video is being recorded on May 12th. Let's see how US does in the next few days. I don't know, we will see. I think this should go up from here, but let's see. All right, let's see. LRC, I believe one of our members took this, which is why I am trying to. Let me just quickly show you one more thing on EOS. So we have talked about horizontal support and resistance lines. If you have done any work in technical analysis, or if you have used technical analysis, you would know that there are also trend lines, and you can see that this was a slightly decent trend line that the price was following for a while. So this was the resistance, trend line resistance, this, and then this is where we finally broke it. So you can draw these trend line resistances supports as well. You can Google on how to sort of use these, how to draw these, and if you have a breakout from these trend lines, then that's a breakout as well. But our algorithm is only based on horizontal lines. So I believe we were looking at LRC. LRC was given at 0.6. Right now it's at 0.82. So already about 20 to 30% profits if you just went in straight away. Let's see what happened. So we can see that right now we have stopped at a resistance level. You can see that no consolidation here, which means the breakout of this level would not have been good. We just went straight up. We don't want that. We want some consolidation before we break out. Let's see the time period. It was 8 hours, so let's open 8-hour chart. Yep, you can see we went up, but we cannot seem to break this resistance level. And again, there is a reason, because there was just no consolidation behind it, and these breakouts are slightly they're not that powerful. They're still breakouts, but they're slightly weak. The breakout actually happened, let's see, 8-hour chart, 0.64. So yeah, somewhere around here. I believe that the breakout happened right on this level. Yep. And this, again, since we have talked about consolidation, this would not have been a perfect breakout, because as you can see, we just went straight up. But this was still okay, because the price was not like in just one candle you crossed the next level. There was some consolidation here, but then we had a bad candle, and let's see, we had a support level here, and you can see we respected that. We broke it just a little bit here, just a little bit here, but we respected that, and then we went up. So this would have been okay, but not the best. Another good thing to note here is you have this resistance line. You would actually enter not here. You could have actually entered right around here as well, right at this line. So there were actually 2 factors here. So we talk about consolidation, and we need consolidation, but as long as you're finding multiple factors that go in your favor, you should fine as well. So you can see we had this resistance, we respected this resistance here, but we also had this orange line resistance. It did not really work well, but it was still okay. But we had it here, and we crossed it here as well. So there were 2 resistance levels crossed right here. So this you might have entered here, and then you would have gone from about 0.6 to about 0.91. So about 30 cents profits in just a matter of hours again. So that was some quick introduction on how do our crypto breakout signals work. You can see that we have posted a bunch of them here. The board runs 24 hours a day, and it keeps posting signals throughout the day. and these are really powerful. So if you don't want to look at the charts all day, and if you don't want to find them yourself, you can just get our premium subscription, and that goes for about $49 per month, and you will be able to get access to all of these boards for yourself. If you have your own Discord server and you want to add these boards to your own server, then we do have a Discord subscription where you can get all our boards and add them to your own Discord. You can go to this page and read all about them. But I hope this video was useful. Crypto is getting a lot of attention from media these days. It's getting more mature as time passes, so it's a great opportunity. There's a lot of money to be made, which is why I wanted to create all these tools and create all and which is why I'm creating all these videos. So I hope this is useful for you. I hope you're going to use these lessons to find your own breakouts, use our tools to find breakouts. But the purpose is, I hope you are going to get profitable using the techniques that I mentioned in this video. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in some other video.